Hi and welcome back to Garden Ninja. Now today's video guide is going to be all about winter pruning in your gardens. So come on, let's get cracking. Now when it comes to winter in the garden, a lot of people tend to think that gardening work just stops, but actually it's a prime time for winter pruning. But for beginner gardeners and some intermediates, it can become quite tricky because they don't know what to prune, how much to cut back. But this guide is going to show you exactly what you can prune here in winter in your gardens and what you should leave well alone until either spring or summer. Let me show you. If you've not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit the red button to subscribe today. Also click the bell for notifications. We'll have access to hundreds of garden design hints, tips and hacks from me, the Garden Ninja. And best of all, it's free. So winter is your prime time to prune any deciduous plants. And these are plants that are dormant in the winter time. And you can tell that because they tend to drop all of their leaves. So you're left with the bare skeletal outline of the plant, tree or shrub. Now pruning in the winter of these types of plants actually encourages growth come spring, which is why it's really important to know what to prune in winter and what to leave alone. Now the plants that you want to leave well alone in winter are any of the stone fruits or spring flowering trees and shrubs. Now you want to avoid pruning spring flowering plants such as rhododendrons, camellia or forsythia, because if you prune them in the winter, you're going to prune off all those buds. And let me show you how you can tell if you've got a spring flowering shrub. Now you can just start to see these buds emerge. If you've got a deciduous shrub like a forsythia or maybe a winter flowering quince, you'll be able to spot the buds. So leave those until they finish flowering. If you look closely here, you can see we've got a bud. So if we were to prune and trim back this rhodie now, we'd clip off all of those buds. So leave that until it's finished flowering. So with all those spring flowering shrubs, leave them well alone, but once they've finished flowering, you can then pick up this guide and follow the same pruning advice in terms of angles and how to make clean cuts. But let's jump into how do we prune deciduous plants in winter. So I'm going to show you on this cornice behind me how to make the perfect pruning cut. Now you're going to need some clean sharp secateurs like this beautiful Felcoes that I've got, and also a bucket for your clippings. Now whenever we're making pruning cuts, we want to cut just above a bud or a node, and you can tell them because usually they've got a bump or a small bit of vegetative growth that's pointing outwards from it. But we don't want a flat cut like that, oh no, we need a 45-degree away from the bud. There we go, nice neat pruning cut. Now the first thing we want to do with any winter pruning is to remove the 4Ds, and these are any branches, stems or laterals that are dead, diseased, damaged or disordered. And disordered just means crossing. And once you start your pruning by taking back all of those to a node or lateral at 45 degrees, you soon start to open up the shape of the tree or the shrub. And actually what you'll find in most cases is just removing the 4Ds is enough pruning. You don't need to do anything else. But if you've got a really old gnarled specimen, like the pear tree behind me, you might need to do a hard prune. And if you need to do that, do check out the video that I created on how to hard prune. But for most things, removing those 4Ds and giving them a tidy up is all you need to do in winter. Now this is going to be the perfect pruning cut because we're taking it back to the original stem here. So we're taking it back to this original branch, and because I want to remove it completely, I will take it off just above there, so it will leave just a small collar. You ready? And then you can see that there, a really nice, neat pruning cut. And there we go, really neat cut. And that stops the growth from there, but will force the energy further down here for more pears. Now the beauty of winter pruning is that it actually encourages growth next spring. So in particular for things like fruit trees or very young new trees, pruning them in winter when they are dormant will bring more life and energy in the spring to them. So if you've got a tree that's only 2 or 3 years old, winter pruning can really help give it some vigour ready for next spring. Now the reason why we don't prune evergreen trees or shrubs in the winter is they too are dormant. Although they've still got their leaves on, they are transpiring at a much slower rate. And if we prune them, they can bleed, start to seep sap, and they're not fast enough to recover because they're super slow in winter. So we leave evergreens until spring or midsummer before we make the pruning cuts when the sap has risen and they're ready to heal themselves. The other beauty of pruning in winter is that you can see the whole shape of the tree or shrub. Like this hazel behind me, if I tried to prune that in summer, yes I could technically, but it's covered in leaves, you can't see the wood for the trees. But now, look at that, if I need to get rid of some of these branches or stems, or maybe coppice, I can see exactly what I'm doing. And that's the great thing about winter pruning. So on this hazel, these two branches are going to get in my way on the mower, so I'm going to take them right the way back to that main branch there. And I'll show you a close-up on this one. Have you got gardening questions that you need answers for? Well, why not head over to the Garden Ninja forum on my blog, where you can ask me anything about gardens, plants and garden design. There's a whole army of other garden ninjas there that can help provide answers to your questions. It's a really great way to meet the other ninjas, so head over there now. So there we go, how to prune anything in winter with my super speedy guide. If you've liked this video, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, where there are hundreds of garden design hints, tips and hacks to help you make your gardens awesome. If you want to learn more about garden design, why not sign up for one of my online courses? I've been Burkhill, the Garden Ninja. See you next time. Happy gardening.